May the 4th be with you.
Yes, we are doing 2 shows this coming week. Wednesday night we'll be here for May the 4th be with you. We're just doing 2 hours, 6 to 8. We're talking Star Wars. We've already got some guest action lined up a little bit. We're going to talk toys. We're going to talk the movies. We're trying to get some people to talk about some of the extended universe stuff. It's just going to be some Star Wars geekery. So if you're into Star Wars, be here Wednesday. Come for the food, stay for the podcast. And then Saturday, we're back with more Live at the Blue Box, but no theme next week. I think we're doing Real Idiots and
theme should be Civil War. That's it, because that's all that next weekend matters.
Well, that's what tonight kind of is. It's all superheroes.
You can't have enough superheroes.
What's the theme going to be? Civil War. Do you want to do something all
Civil War reenactment?
My dad
I
shows up with a musket. No, wrong. What are you doing?
Wrong
I've got a Captain America mask on.
Yeah.
You do? I thought that was your face.
It is. I painted it on. I'm going to get it tattooed.
You're a face painter? Yeah, that's right. All right, let's start this thing. Is this on? Welcome to Live at the Blue Box. It is now time for Binge-Worthy. We are talking, since it's superhero night, we're talking Daredevil on Netflix. And we're really going to focus on season 1, but we will talk a little bit about season 2. We're not going
mostly because we haven't finished season 2.
Well, yeah, but we're not. We don't want to spoil stuff. We don't want to spoil stuff. No,
don't you
How could you not finish Daredevil?
Okay, because we have a show called Binge-Worthy that requires us to watch a massive amount of shows and binge the entire.
There's nothing better to binge.
We have a network with 87 shows.
It is fantastic.
We have a YouTube channel.
And
I'm just starting a master's program.
Okay,
we're a little.
A little.
Well.
We only have, I think, 3 more episodes. So we tried really hard to cram them all in.
What about the past?
What?
Right. The Masters is the future. Yes, Chris. Shut up. Go away.
Okay.
So, all right. Let's do this thing. So we didn't introduce ourselves. You introduce yourself.
I am Martha Southgate, co-owner of Southgate Media Group, and on such fine podcasts as Pinheads, a Pinterest podcast, and Counterculture with Chris and Rob and Molly, and Binge-Worthy, Pop Culture Countdown, Ever After, Once Upon a Time podcast, and Cuckoo for Who, a Doctor Who podcast. And
come on, you got one more. You got one more in you. Let's go.
One more?
Chester's Mill.
Okay, that gives me post-traumatic stress, so we don't talk about that one. That was an Under the Dome podcast.
Yes.
Awesome.
All right.
And you're also the star of your own game show.
Okay. That hurts my head, so we don't talk about that.
We can't play it here because she can't think after we finish it. It's awesome. And you on the end.
My name is Alil Kanitsa. I do a podcast called the League of Geeks podcast. That's Geeks with a Z. I'm also on Enough Said with Rob and This Week in Geek that we do live here, and a lot of other things that we do live here.
Stuff too, yeah. And League of Geeks. Geeks. You guys, just so you guys know, if your contest is still going, right?
Done.
Oh, it's done.
Today.
I thought it finished today. Never mind. That means we're going to have one soon.
Yep.
All right. Well, we will be making an announcement about a contest from Entertainment Earth soon for us. Follow us on Twitter. That's where you'll find it. You just gave away some sweet Star Wars toys.
Yep. Nice 4-pack Black Series figures.
Yeah.
So that really announcement will be made on our show tonight and out this week.
All right. Sweet. All right.
Who are you?
Let's jump. Huh? Oh, and I'm Rob Southgate, co-owner of Southgate Media Group, and I'm on lots of stuff. I have New Media Lab, which is me actually being serious and talking media business. I'm on Enough Said. I'm on these shows. I'm on all sorts of stuff. I don't need to run the list down. We'll be here all night. So let's get into this thing. Martha, has anybody watched Daredevil? Like almost everybody?
Okay, this is
not the Ben Affleck Daredevil.
We usually, the TV
Has anybody watched the Ben Affleck Daredevil?
This is the Netflix. Yeah, we're talking.
The director's cut was pretty good.
Director's cut is significantly better, I think.
You know, the fight scenes are still weak, but
yeah,
it's not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Well, we're talking Netflix,
yes,
Daredevil, and
you're keeping us on track.
I got something to do over there. Yeah, so we're gonna.
All right, let's hear it.
We're gonna stay on task.
So let's hear your stuff.
All right, it was created by Drew Goddard, and stars Charlie Cox, Deborah Ann Wall, Eldon Henson, and then it has Rosario Dawson and John Bernthal. and
Well,
a lot of
that's
other
season
people.
2.
But those are we're
Yeah,
talking both. We're talking both.
They're seasons 2, but Rosario Dawson is season 1.
She's on both. She's
in both.
Yeah. There are 13 episodes per season, and we just finished. March 18th. Season 2 dropped.
Season 2.
It was first released April 10th of 2015, and it's all filmed in New York. And they find sites that still look like Hell's Kitchen, so it's really gritty and
because Hell's Kitchen doesn't exist anymore.
Right.
I found this to be this one. Okay, I did not know this. Now we've been watching it for
Matt
2
Murdock's
seasons.
Blind?
Yeah, I did know that. I'm not that slow. All right. But it's the first in a series of shows that are going to lead to a Defenders crossover miniseries.
Do you listen to
No, I
the
don't
show
listen to a word you guys say. I really don't.
Almost
Every week.
I have never heard it, and I'm sitting there going, "Oh my gosh, that's fascinating."
Yes. So
Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Iron Fist, and Luke Cage. I don't know who these. I don't know who Iron. I don't know anything.
You do know who Luke Cage is because he was on Jessica Jones.
Okay.
He's the guy with the.
I love him.
Michael
the bar
Coulter.
guy, the bartender guy. Okay.
Yes.
So
You just don't
that's
know
a
Iron
little
Fist
tidbit
yet.
of information for anyone who doesn't listen to you guys like I do. Okay, so and Stephen DeKnight, who's the showrunner, this I like. I like anything that tells me something that's more in my wheelhouse. But
he's on Pinterest.
He took inspiration from The French Connection, Dog Day Afternoon, and Taxi Driver. That's
Can't
my
get better
wheelhouse.
than that.
So that's why I like the show so much, I think.
Yeah, man, I agree.
And I just want to say, as someone who started watching this show, the reason I'm up here is not because I know anything about any of this. It's that I watched it as someone who didn't know anything about I didn't know who Daredevil was. I didn't know any of the backstory. And this is a really accessible show for anybody.
Well,
except it's really violent.
and to give you a little background also, for those of you that don't know us, Martha is not into superheroes. She doesn't care about the movies. She's seen a few that she's liked, but usually, I don't even have her go to the Marvel stuff now because you're just not that interested.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Is that my thing?
To give you, and don't boo her for this.
Well, you can't.
No, I'm gonna boo her.
I get booed for less.
She didn't make it through. She didn't make it through the first Avengers movie, which I thought was great.
Okay, are you talking about that one that we watched in Minneapolis that had? Oh no, that was that. What was that awful one with the British one?
No, that's
okay.
The British Avengers.
That's what he
we
did
talking about
to me.
Uma Thurman. And
that is what.
Every time I say Avengers, she's like, "Oh, it's that one with Uma Thurman."
I have not recovered from that.
I'm
And that
leaving Chris, you wanna take over?
Starfighter.
I'm out.
What is
Yeah.
that Starship Cruiser? What is that
Starship
show?
Troopers has nothing to
No,
do
it's
with
oh.
this.
You're talking
I
about
didn't
movies
like
in the
that.
mid-90s.
He doesn't show me good things. He
I
shows
do.
me things like
Okay.
Starship
Now you
Troopers is
can't-
amazing.
Wait a minute. Now you can't.
Now you
boo
can
Who
her.
here loves Starship Troopers?
No.
Yeah, booming. Yeah, it's
Thank
all
you.
good.
Top it off. Now you've done it. I was defending you, but she fell asleep.
I'm going to throw you under the
Okay.
bus.
Okay.
I tried.
I know.
I tried a couple
Call the
months ago to
cops.
finally get her to watch The Dark Knight.
And I love
Right?
Heath Ledger.
She
Not
loved
an
the
issue.
first
Okay.
one.
Yeah.
I could not get her to go to see The Dark Knight. I get her to watch it. She says, "Let's watch it." She made it 15 minutes and fell asleep and will not go back to it. So
I love Heath Ledger.
Wait, are you
I
clapping
wanted-
because you
but
don't
I
like
am
the
throwing
Dark
you
Knight?
clearly under the bus now.
I own it. I
Top
accept
5 worst
it.
superhero movies?
I am at one with that.
God, we're going to fight later today.
Yeah, see, I know. Look what
I'm going to have to
caused.
fight people.
Yeah.
And I love Marvel. And somebody saying that Dark Knight is not a bad movie.
It was
Dark Knight
not.
is amazing.
It was not
No.
a bad movie.
No, the
I
one with
happen
the
to fall
Joker.
asleep when things have
No,
too
you're
much
wrong.
action.
It's a good film. We won't talk later.
Your brain can't comprehend
It
the
does-
action, so you
It
just
just
it
sort
just
of
shuts down.
down, and then I go to sleep. So-
We'll talk later when we talk about the worst superhero movies. You're not going to hear that one pop up on there.
Okay. So anyway,
You might hear Elektra and Catwoman pop
in
up
my
on there.
defense, I was simply
The
up
Phantom.
here for representing for
I
all
know,
the
but-
people who don't watch this stuff,
I
and they
know.
go,
The Phantom?
"You
Throw me
will
under
love,
the bus.
you will
With Billy
love this
Zane?
show.
Yes. So, okay, back to it.
You will love this show."
Martha does love this show. And she was the one that motivated when season 2 was coming out. She's like, "Oh, we got to watch season 2." Like she said it before I said it.
Yeah.
So,
And he's the reason we haven't finished it. I keep saying, we got to watch Daredevil. We got to watch Daredevil. Not in such a hurry.
True. And
Not my
Daredevil,
fault.
actually, to give you backstory with me, Daredevil is, it depends. I'm going to
Got
say
Daredevil
it's my
right
number
there in
one.
cosplay.
Since I've been reading comic books, since I've been into comics, Daredevil and Spider-Man and Batman were the three. I loved Batman, but I didn't read a ton of Batman. Spider-Man and Daredevil, nonstop. At some point, I think Daredevil eclipsed Spider-Man for me, even though I loved Spider-Man. So having a Daredevil series was like fulfillment. That I talk about never thinking in a million years. I'm like, he's too far down the roster. We're never going to get Daredevil except as some dumb cameo. And instead, we got a work of art.
Yes. It's. I think you.
I love it.
Now, do you like the show?
I love the show.
Okay, I think it's brilliant.
Oh, the show is terrific.
It's
And I think you missed the best actor's name on there. Did you say
No,
Vincent
Charlie Cox?
D'Onofrio?
No.
Oh,
You
I
did
forgot.
not bring up
I forgot.
Vincent
Vincent
I didn't go
D'Onofrio
far
He
enough
plays
as
down
the
list.
Kingpin.
Yes, I
Now,
love him.
in the first
Wilson
season,
Fisk.
in the first season, they never mentioned Kingpin. They call him Wilson Fisk the
Fisk.
whole thing. In the second season, a character, if you haven't watched it, a character refers to himself as "I'm the Kingpin here," and Fisk takes care of the situation, which means
this takes it.
he's the Kingpin now, which is awesome. And did you notice he was in whites? And I'm like, yep, he's going to come out of prison and wear the white suit,
Probably.
which is awesome.
Okay, you just spoiled the fact that
he could not have been any better. Like, I know a lot early on people complain because if you look at the Kingpin in the comics, and I've always loved the character of the Kingpin.
Me too.
I love it, and he's a Spider-Man villain. And then Frank Miller really
He fleshed him out.
with his run on Daredevil
Yeah.
as a Daredevil baddie. And I love that because they're both ground characters. You know, Daredevil's a really
literally
more
and figuratively. You know what? I just want to stop you right there. If you like the show, I urge you to get the Frank Miller Daredevil Marvel comics and read that run he did, especially the one where Kingpin destroys Matt's life. What did they call that one? Do you remember what the name of that is?
I don't.
Saved
I can't
or-
remember.
One of the comics was called Saved in that run. It's one where it's the Battle for Hell's Kitchen. It is the most astounding 8-issue run. It's incredible. So if you like the show, if you like the character, read this, and it adds. It's got so much depth, and you can't read it though because you love Karen and
I love Karen.
you don't want to read this series.
Okay.
I'll just say that.
And I do like graphic novels. I loved Arkham Asylum. It's not that I don't like.
But her backstory is pretty graphic.
Right, but it's not like I don't like anything. It's just that wasn't what I was raised in.
So, all right. So
I'm
this
trying to
show-
find the name of it for you.
All right.
let's
Yeah,
get the
you
show.
talk amongst
Let's talk
yourselves.
Let's talk about the.
So the series is really now, and
Well,
correct me if I'm wrong.
let's just start with this. It's 13 episodes.
Right.
Yeah, 26
13
total. Yeah.
13 episodes per season. They range between 52 and 56 minutes around that area.
Right. About an hour.
These are his Daredevil ones. Just
And it's the first season is really. It's not an origin story per se. I mean, it's an origin story of him developing into the costume and everything that we know. But he's already kind of been fighting crime. But it is the origin of him and Froggy's partnership together, their law firm. It's not their origin. I like where it picked up. You didn't have to go in and kind of
that boring. Let's go through the origin story again. Even though they did it,
but they did it in
was
snippets
subtle.
throughout.
Yeah, they did
you
it as a back,
you get a little
flashback.
bit of flashback here. You get a little bit Sticks introduced, and now you're getting training flashback. You're getting a lot of different flashbacks, and I like that throughout. I think that's why the Netflix series works so well because when you're doing you're going to compare it to the Ben Affleck movie because sometimes you have to. They had to throw in everything so fast, and it just kind of
got to get everybody up to speed. Why he's blind?
Yeah,
what
because
the deal is.
he's a very C-B list character.
But in here, they were able to take their time. He's
yeah,
real.
I was just gonna say that. Yeah,
he's real.
and they really have fleshed out all of the characters, and you you truly don't need to know anything that came until you watch it, because it does do it so well. And there are a lot of things that I watch. One of the reasons that I balk at a lot of the things that he asks me to watch is that I feel like I'm missing, like I'm not in on the joke. And I sit there and I watch it. I go, I don't understand and he'll be sitting there going, oh, she's so-and-so. I'm like, wait, where did you get that from this story? You know?
And it does happen. Like she'll say, like, somebody will do something and I already know they have abilities, and they'll do something and she'll go, oh, wait, that's a superhero too? And it's like, well,
but you know what though?
They do that
here. They do that here a lot too. Mm-hmm. So they do it here, but you don't notice it because eventually you're going to see the development.
What I mean. Yeah.
But you get a 2-hour movie, all they could really do is give you that joke, because we're not going to go back to that.
Right.
It's just like wink, wink. This is this person. Wink, wink. That's that. And
I got the name of the series. It's, if you can find the graphic novel, it's called Born Again.
Born Again. There you go.
It's issues 227 through 233 from 1986. That is one of the most astounding Daredevil stories ever. And in fact, if you watch the first season, even though there are some critical elements not there, you don't know this, but there's some critical stuff not there. They took a lot from that particular storyline in this series. There's a lot of imagery that when you see it, you're like, oh, there he is at the cross, or there's, the nun, and you're going, oh my gosh, that's all from Born Again. It's so good. So my highest recommendation.
Very nice.
Yeah, there's actually another thing is Marvel is doing this thing where they have electric comics. What do they call this? Infinity, is that what they're calling these?
Electric comics?
Yeah, they're like internet-only comics.
I don't remember.
Mark Waid is writing a lot of them. There is a Daredevil series. I think it's called Infinity Comics. And
not in Electric.
You can find it on Marvel U. The Mark Waid Daredevil, another one. I read through that, and the Daredevil Yellow is also an incredible series, which I really wish the yellow costume had come in here. Although I do have to say, I loved how they did the John Romita, the black costume for the first series. I thought that was really well done too. We're not getting that over-the-top superhero thing.
I really think if they went with how gritty and violent and real, everybody talks about how like the DC universe and everything is like, it's real, it's down and gritty. No, Daredevil is real.
Daredevil is.
If they would have gone with the yellow leotard
the DC
suit,
ones are maudlin. This is gritty and real life.
Yeah.
Right. But if they would have gone with the yellow suit here, it would have lost half the audience. Like
the yellow suit?
Yeah. I think they could have had it if they had it hanging in a closet or something.
Either hanging in a closet just to see it, or had him that you see, and they could still do this in a flashback, that he goes out on that first thing, because we saw him in the black, but maybe he tries, because the yellow suit came from him cutting apart his dad's boxing robe and making it into the costume. Maybe have him just one time.
So it's nice and yellow and satiny,
and it gets bloody.
It was very satiny.
And he can roller disco later.
It gets bloody and ripped up the very first time he goes out.
But how does he know he's blind?
Yeah, but he would know that it's shredded.
He's kind of not blind.
But he kind of is blind.
But he kind of still knows.
It's not like he's going to see a red spot on him.
I
he could be able
smell
to smell
that,
it.
it's yellow. Like
he's not hanging out with ugly chicks, I'll tell you that.
But neither did Ray Charles.
True.
Yeah,
if you watch the movie Ray.
I think that he has
good movie
abilities to be able to see almost better than I do most of the time.
Well,
not that that's much of a stretch.
Clearly, chosen as a partner.
True.
True.
during her.
Like they just keep. Are you saying I am not a traffic assassin?
Clearly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
So when I'm watching the Yakuza fight, I'm sure if somebody gets a paper cut,
he got the arrow,
and they're gonna be like, "Oh, time out, time out."
The arrow,
he had an arrow
and
sticking
he
out.
still fights, and then he just breaks it off because he's like, he can't fight with the arrow. That was amazing. But you know
Sticking
what?
out his
Good times.
back.
But it was well done because
Oh
if you
my
look where
gosh.
the arrow was, you realize that is not through any organs. It didn't hit a lung or anything.
Right.
He could keep going.
Yep.
Okay.
Well,
He could keep going.
Yeah, you.
I would be dead. But it's fine.
Well, no, the Yakuza would show up and you'd be like, wait, I got to pee.
Yeah. I'd
Hold
be
on.
on the
Wait,
floor.
wait.
I'd like,
I-
okay,
wait,
don't
I-
hit me. Don't
I
hit
gotta
me.
call Rob.
Yeah.
I gotta go to bed. Wait, can we get something to eat first before the fight? Don't hit me.
But since we're talking about fight scenes, there's this one, if you haven't seen it yet, there's this one, I want to say it's episode 3 or episode 4. It's been a while since I went back and watched the season 1. It's called the hallway fight scene.
It's
And
amazing.
it is
Oh,
an
yeah.
amazing fight scene. It's one camera shot, and it's Daredevil, and lights are flickering, and there's open doorways, and he is fighting a bunch of people going in and out. And you're just focused on the hallway.
It's one.
It's crazy.
You don't see what's going on you just hear it, and then they're throwing people back into the hallway, back out. It is an amazingly choreographed
Yes.
scene,
Incredible.
and they do a similar type thing in season 2.
Mhm.
Yes.
I don't know if it's as good. It's great, but
Are you talking the
first
Punisher
Wait, with
scene? Because
ninjas?
there's
the
a
Punisher scene. Actually, there was probably 2 that I would
there's a
consider
couple
were
because
similar.
that Punisher scene is.
But I think this one being
Brutal.
the first
There
was
were a
so
lot in
amazing.
season 2 with like the ninjas and all. I mean, those were.
Yeah, but not the same as the hallway scene. The hallway scene is a single shot. It's really amazing.
Yeah, the
There's
camera's
a lot
just
of
sitting
fighting.
there.
Well, and you know what? In season 2, he has a helper, and so that makes a difference too. In season 1,
Right.
he was doing it all on his own.
It's a little white glove with a nose on it.
Hamburger helper.
Oh man! All right, show's over.
Yeah. So
Yeah, you're gonna get.
so okay. I think we've talked out
Yeah, I think
Daredevil. I want to hear. So what we do on this show is we always talk about. We have criteria for whether it's binge worthy or not, and what level of binge worthy it is. There is for binge worthy itself. There is binge it out. Sit down, watch
binge
the whole
the
thing.
heck out of it.
Yeah, binge the heck out of it. The second one is space it out.
Mhm.
So,
No.
like, we always talk about True Detective. You can watch like one episode, and then you have to go to therapy, and then you can come back a week later and maybe watch the second episode, or maybe 20
Which
minutes.
is why
of
we're
it.
still on 2.
Yeah, we're
We're on the 3rd episode.
We're still working our way through it. It's brutal. And then
Oh, we're
there's
on the 1st.
then there's
Yeah.
there's Worth the Watch, which is you don't have to binge it, but it's worth checking out. And then It Sucks, but we haven't had any of those because we picked them all. So
Yeah, we don't let the audience choose
a
for
little.
us.
Where do you rate it?
Yeah, the highest. Binge it
Yeah.
out. I mean, take the day off of work. Watch
Take the
13
day
straight
off.
hours.
I agree.
Put a
I'm telling you,
bedpan
you know what?
next
I
to
used
you.
I used to do that before kids. Like I'd have all this vacation time, and it's like, I'm going to do a staycation, pop in the Lord of the Rings trilogy, and just not move. 13 hours, extended edition. Wife would come home from work, and she's like, "You haven't moved." I'm like, "Nope, that's why there's Cheetos all over the floor."
Oh my gosh.
Really, you look like a very active guy, LL.
I do like to work out.
I'm quite surprised.
No, but in all honesty, this is a show that you should watch beginning to end, nonstop. Take the day, soak it in, and then go back and watch it again.
Martha?
Okay. I would definitely binge it. We've done, I think our max
But is
was
it binge?
binge the heck out of
Binge
it.
the heck out of it.
But hang on, because they're really long episodes. It's an hour. Each one is an hour, so
Right.
it's not like a lot of the full ones are only 45 minutes. So this one does take.
But you know what?
It does take 13 hours.
He's right. I think we would have started this. We would have watched the first episode and gone, we got to do this.
Yes.
And we would have probably done like 4 or 5 episodes the first night, gotten up
Yes.
the next day and gone, we got to watch the
Yes.
rest of this thing.
So I would say binge the heck out of it, but
9-year-old kind of crimps that.
know that it is extremely violent.
Yeah.
And so for some people it might be harder to watch that much all at once.
Right.
I just
And
look
I
away.
will say one other thing about you with this show. Martha gets the feels from stuff. That's why she loves like X-Files, and she gets the relationship stuff.
Not this season.
But no, you do. Not the last season of X-Files, but on Daredevil, there is a relationship in the comics between Matt and Karen that is really important. In season 1, they barely touch on it, but it gave her enough that she's like, "Woo!"
Keep going.
Second
keep
season,
going.
they ramped it up, and she's like, every time they're in a room together, she's like, "Touch her hand, touch her hand." They're gonna kiss.
I love them.
Oh no, he's being a jerk to her.
And then other people would come on and be like, "What? What are they ruining my show for? Like, get off here.
Right.
Get back to Karen." I want to love that.
Did you know you're on a podcast? You have a microphone.
Oh, he's loud enough.
I was waiting for you
Yeah.
guys to give your ratings. I didn't want to.
So actually,
I was having my latte here.
I think
I'm
that
having the Pacific Rim.
that your parents would
Thanks, Chris.
probably love the show if they just looked
If they could
away
get
during
past
the
it.
violence.
Yeah.
Because the story
story's
is so fantastic, and they're lawyers, and it's that whole
the courtroom stuff is amazing.
All
All
of
of
that
it.
is, it's so good.
And Foggy, when the first season happened, I remember listening to some podcasts where they were ripping on Foggy, saying that he was
I
the
love
weakest
him.
link. I think Eldon, whatever, is
From the Mighty Ducks.
from the Mighty Ducks, but I
Eldon
think that he is
Henson.
perfect casting for Foggy. And knowing what happens in the comics with Foggy, I can totally see them following the storyline and evolving his character the way he is in the comics.
Okay, and to talk about your parents again.
Boy, you guys are stars
You've
tonight.
got the law stuff. You've got a mystery. They're working with journalists and doing all this stuff, trying to uncover
There's ninjas.
mysteries.
It's really
just
violent,
turn
but it's
away
incredible.
during the violent parts.
Yeah, it's incredible.
It's very. They're short.
Yeah.
And it's obvious when it happens, and you just look away, and then it's obvious.
Yeah,
when
and
it's
you just
over.
hear boom.
But it is so
It's not that violent.
well written.
Yeah, but
This
is my
very
dad.
violent.
this is my dad. He saw Maleficent. Well, it's
Okay.
a little gruesome.
When you have a fence post go
All
up
right,
through your neck,
all right.
yeah.
If
When you
Maleficent's
have an
Mighty
arrow.
Ducks was a bit of action.
You're running
So-
around and you've got an arrow sticking out.
Yeah.
It's but
Not like on F Troop. Then it was funny.
really, really, really good all around. And just if you're squeamish, just look away.
All right. And I will give my final, which is binge the heck out of it.
Mhm.
In fact, I'm ready to re-binge season 1 and go back to binging season 2. I love it.
I don't have time
I know.
to rewatch
I
things.
know.
We've got
I
a whole
love
list.
Daredevil so much. And I loved the Jessica Jones series, but Daredevil is my character.
And we're still trying to get through 800 episodes of Shameless.
Well, yeah, true.
That's going to take us forever.
I know, especially when we're
and
having
30 Rock.
We haven't
Yeah,
started.
we're gonna do 30 Rock. We have to do season 1 for the next binge worthy. Yikes!
Are you kidding me?
Wait, we
Okay,
can't
now
do
we
that.
really.
That's next week.
It's
Stupid
his
Lil.
fault. Why do we listen to others?
I don't know. Lil's the worst.
30 Rock is so good.
All right, so that's it. Do you guys agree with us? People that watch Daredevil, do you agree? Binge
Lemon
the heck
out.
of it?
out.
Not you. You yes. You yes. You yes. You yes. You yes.
He's,
All right,
he's Daredevil
Scott.
right there.
You're wrong then.
See? There you go. Good cosplay
But you have the
Daredevil.
support of Megan, which is a positive. All right, that's it. Thank you for listening to Binge Worthy. Well, we don't have to give it a date. There's no way it's not
It's
ending.
the 29th.
It's the 30th of
30th.
April, but there's no way we're going
Tomorrow's
to
May
change our mind.
1st.
No way we're changing our mind on Daredevil. That is
No.
a binge. So that's it. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Blue Box. We'll be back with more superhero. That's you and I? Oh, great. Oh, I was waiting. I was jumping up. I was ready to go. I was like, oh, I'm going to kill that lady. Casper Van Dien, the
I'm
best.
trying to think of what some of the other ones are that I hate. Oh my gosh. X-Men with that freaking eye shooty guy. I wanted to kill him through the entire movie. I couldn't go back. I was like, I cannot watch. He was the worst.
Just because he's a douche doesn't mean anything.
Totally. I couldn't do it. I can't watch it anymore because I hate him so much. I've seen a lot of them, but I can't even.
John Luke Picard did it.
I like him.
Hugh Jackman's awesome.
I like him. Until he started dancing around on one of those award shows, and I went, "Oh my God, what they do to Wolverine now?" I said, "They
He's an actor. He's a theater.
don't care."
And if anybody wants to look at the comic books, I just brought some graphic novels for display up here. But if you want to check them out, feel free. Pretty cool stuff. That is my most precious thing in your hand there, Rich. I've written blog posts about that particular book.
Wait, he's talking about something else.
No, that book right there.
Was it good or not?
Yeah, that's a good one too, huh?
I'm not going to steer you wrong.
But yeah, that Stan Lee book is what actually shaped me in a lot of ways. Was that book? That and Superdog. Right. It's early 70s or mid 70s. I got it too. I got that. I got Son of Origins, Bring on the Bad Guys, and Greatest Marvel Battles came out last. 74. We got it at Crocs and Brentano's. Oh wait, here's another one. No, show Rich. It's Sweetness. But the best, the origin stories. But the best part of these is the intro. The intros that Stan Lee wrote. That's what really did it for me, because when I read them, the way he wrote them. I mean, you know how he wrote in the bullpen. Really personal. It went right to you. It made me look at comics and everything in a completely different way because of what Stan Lee wrote. And the accessibility is still something that I carried over even now in what I do. So, yeah, Stan's the man, and those books are awesome. You guys ready? Welcome to Pop Culture Countdown. It is April 30th, 2016. We are going to attempt to come up with do we call it the top 3 or the bottom 3 superhero movies? Now, we got to come up with some criteria. Oh, let's introduce ourselves. You on the end.
My name is Alil Kanitsa. I do a podcast called the League of Geeks podcast. That's Geeks with a Z. And other podcasts called Enough Said, which is an Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. podcast and Marvel podcast.
With an N.
With a Z. This Week in Geek. And a bunch of other stuff that I've been on.
Yeah. Sports Geeks, kind of.
Which we haven't recorded in 3 months, but yeah.
Because
you're not doing a draft day special? Come on, dude.
Hey, and I want to thank everybody that wore superhero stuff tonight. You could say you're Matt Murdock. You're the black. You got the black glasses. You get it?
He could be in, so.
Yeah. And Chris. And you are.
I'm Kingpin, if that's the case. I am Chris Mao, co-owner of Blue Box Cafe and co-host of several shows, including Pop Culture Countdown, Binge-Worthy, This Week in Geek, Counterculture, and other things. Yes.
And I'm Rob Southgate, co-owner of Southgate Media Group, and on lots of shows.
Many shows.
And since we're talking superheroes, Jack and I are the ones that started Enough Said. A year later, we brought Alil into the fold. We are your Marvel podcast. It evolved from being just about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. to being about Agents of Jackassery very quickly. And do we even talk about Marvel on that show? Kind of. No, it's a lot of fun. It's, you know what the weirdest thing about that show?
Bash DC.
You know what's really funny about that show? Is how many like hardcore Marvel fans like it. Like Charlie is a Marvel fan. And I can't figure out how they like this show. We don't know what we're talking about half the time. You do.
Well, yeah, and Charlie is like a
he's like a
Marvel savant. Like he is the Marvel Rain Man.
He is. And
like I'll drop a box of toothpicks and it'll be like, oh, the origin of this character was
right.
That reminds me.
I love it, Charlie, but like, man, you put me to shame. I'm like, what are you talking about?
That would be Groot if you drop that. But yeah, and Charlie does on Enough Said. We have a show called Super Connectivity that Charlie and Phil do, where they go deep on Marvel, and then they also do All New Marvel Review, where they go through like their top Marvel books for the week. So somehow we have a good Marvel thing going on there.
Yeah,
somehow. So
when they're doing their show, when we're doing ours,
on it, it's all good. So let's talk. Tonight we're doing the worst superhero movies. criteria, I say we got to keep it to theatrically released.
Right, because we can't, as much as I would love to bring in the David Hasselhoff, Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D.
I think we need to avoid it.
We
Yes.
can't bring that stuff in because, the budgets are a lot different.
Yeah.
So, theatrical release, I'm good with
And
it.
foreign is off the table, too, because Spider-Man versus Superman, that one, no. We're not going to do Japanese Spider-Man.
We probably should also do like a date range. So I would say nothing pre-Christopher Reeve Superman 1, so 77.
Perfect.
You go 77 and on.
Why? Do you have an older one?
No, I don't have an older one. And could we eliminate any of
the unreleased Fantastic Four doesn't count, but that wouldn't be my worst.
Right.
Could we obviously eliminate any of the B movies? Because those aren't. I think
if it was in the theater, though. If
no, because I think we need to stick with ones where they actually cared.